Welcome to the Rally de France Alsace 2011. In the 2 years this event has run, World Rally history has been made. In 2010, the World Championship was decided here. This year, day one could very well turn out to be the decisive day in the 2011 title race. Every season has a defining moment. The brutal 36-kilometre Pays d'Ormonde stage looks like that moment for 2011. The all-new, all-black Fords needed to keep the Citroëns well within their sights. Mikko Hirvonen, second in the championship, attacked. Maybe too hard. He had damaged the steering, leading to a bone-shaking ride. This mistake could prove to be the most costly of his career. Hirvonen's vibrations were nothing compared to the shock waves to come. Sebastian Loeb was stunned to see a warning light flash on his dash. No oil pressure. Engine failure for a Citroën is unheard of. A third consecutive catastrophe and the title race is wide open.
I felt the engine has no power and started to make some noise, so I stopped.
Championships are won and lost on moments like these, and instead of seizing this rare golden opportunity, Hirvonen dropped 50 seconds. Jari-Matti Latvala had to help Hirvonen by getting in front of the Citroëns. He wouldn't do it like that, though. The three men to seize the initiative were Sébastien Ogier, Petter Solberg and Danny Sordo. Ogier was licking his lips at the demise of his greatest rival. Citroën have very publicly backed Loeb as their number one. If Ogier wins here, they may not have the choice. The fight for the lead was fierce. Ogier led for most of the day. Petter edged in front, but still only 3 seconds split the top three going into the final stage. And then history was made as Danny Sordo charged his Mini John Cooper Works ahead. An incredible achievement for the team in their first season back. Particularly sweet for Danny as an ex-Citroën man.
To be leading Citroën home was really nice.
With just under 3 seconds separating the top three, this trio of contenders will be driven by very different desires to win, but all equally important. We'll bring you all the action as it unfolds. Our stage of the day is the Grand Ballon. A charge through the forest to the highest point of the rally precedes a high-speed, heart-in-the-mouth descent. Sébastien Ogier takes over as our featured driver from teammate Loeb. We will follow every second of his quest to win here and give his Citroën bosses something to think about.
For the moment, everything is possible. It's so close between the first and the rally, so everything is possible.
The second day of the Rally de France heads deeper into the Vosges Mountains, and as just mentioned, includes the highest point of the rally at 1,340 metres in our stage of the day. There'll be a short remote service at lunchtime, and the leg finishes with a new street stage through the town of Mulhouse. Let's take a look at our start list. Danny Sordo in the Mini John Cooper Works will head off into the opening stage first, followed by Petter Solberg and Sébastien Ogier, just 2.8 seconds separating the top three. Chris Meek is fourth on the road, but he has the Works Fords of Latvala and Hirvonen just behind. Mini Privateer Armindo Arrojo and the Fords of Mats Osberg, Dennis Kuipers and Henning Solberg round off the top 10. Evgeny Novikov and Ken Block start the day just outside the point-scoring places. The second day dawns once again to clear blue skies, and with a packed route of 9 stages ahead, rally leader Danny Sordo is already into the Hollandsborg test. The John Cooper Works machine powers off into the Alsace countryside, the new car leading a rally for the first time. A really proud moment for everyone at Mini and Pro Drive. The roads here in Stage 9 are a lot more twisty and technical than we saw on day one, and abrasive tarmac as well. Really easy to make a mistake out here, but Danny is looking controlled and focused so far. The top three drivers at the top are all desperate to win for very different reasons. It's been 6 years since Petter Solberg's last victory. And it's been a strong start to the day for Petter, despite a bit of oversteer. Keep an eye on his time at the bottom of the screen. He could get past Danny here in Stage 10. Yes, the fight is definitely on. Petter is back ahead of Sordo. Sébastien Ogier has fixed a problem with his brakes that held him up a little the previous afternoon. And with a first home win at stake, Ogier is also right on the limit.
Attention à fond vers léger droite, 120 mètres, gauche en 40 à fond rasé. tour de droite, 140 à fond, mini. 250 mètres, attention.
Really committed driving from the local star, but he can't match that time by Petter and remains in third for now. There really are some incredible roads out there this morning, and they're looking increasingly quick too. Sordo's now moved on to the spectacular Valley de Munster test. It's quite humid and slippery in here, but with the intensity of the fight building between these three men, they're still pushing each other to the absolute limits. Spanish sensation Sordo still screaming through the Alsace countryside. Fiery Norwegian Solberg, meanwhile, has already shown plenty of fighting spirit, and you can see how desperately the new leader wants this. But Petter has picked up a slow puncture in here. He drops around 40 seconds in stage 11. He's running the lead over already. The pressure of competition finally telling them tough luck for Petter, but it does open up an opportunity for his rivals. Ogier began Valley de Munster in third, but just half a second behind Sordo, with Solberg dropping back. A good time here from the Frenchman. Could see him become our third different leader in as many stages. Yes, what a fight we have on our hands today. A really strong performance from Sebastian, and he is back into the lead.
Now with the puncture of Petter, it's just the fight with Danny if we don't do any mistakes, so we'll try to continue like this.
Well, the battle at the front intensifies. Further back, Chris Meek is in his own fight to hold off the charging Fords. Running in fourth, it's been a really impressive run from the Brit on his first attempt at the Rally de France Alsace.
6 right and 6 left, 250. You must stop at the bottom.
A few pace no problems aside, Chris has made another strong start. Mick needs to maintain his speed as the formidable sight of Jari-Matti Latvala's mean-looking black Fiesta is closing with ominous speed. The leading Ford Abu Dhabi driver is not entirely happy with his driving so far on the second morning, but even so, by the end of stage 11, Jari's within 9 seconds of Meek's Mini. With Loeb unable to restart after his day one engine failure, Mikko Hirvonen knows a podium finish would put him level on championship points with the Frenchman. For the moment, though, the Ford-man is a long way adrift of the top three. Evgeny Novikov has been quick but inconsistent in his first season with the M Sports Stobart team. Ouch! Well, that's another crunching collision for Evgeny, and veteran co-driver Denis Juridet clearly not impressed. Way too fast on the damp road there. Well, it's been another intriguing start to the day. Ogier is back in front, and it's looking more like a two-horse race after Petter's puncture. The Norwegian now a frustrating 41.3 seconds off the lead in third. The Rally de France continues to entertain and surprise in equal measure, and after the break is our incredible stage of the day over the Grand Ballon mountain. It's coming up in a few minutes. Welcome back to the Rally de France Alsace, where the fans have been treated to an incredible competition so far. Local star Sebastien Ogier leads, but only just. So then, to our stage of the day, the Grand Ballon, run over the mountain of the same name, climbing up to the highest point of the rally at 1,340 metres above sea level. One of the most difficult challenges of the weekend. It features an incredible variety of roads as it climbs up and then down from the mountain. It's a crucial 24 kilometres ahead, so can former leader Danny Sordo fight back in the mini John Cooper works? The car again looking really stable in its asphalt spec. The Spaniard may have lost the top spot to Ogier, but as he climbs up this technical start, he certainly looks determined to take the fight back to the Frenchman. And just look at the number of spectators out there this morning. A terrific atmosphere here on the Grand Ballon. After losing the best part of 40 seconds with that frustrating puncture, Petter Solberg has been cut adrift in third place and has a literal and metaphorical mountain to climb if he's to get back in touch with the leading pair. His motto is never give up, and you can see why. We've joined the rally leader, Sébastien Ogier, now. The Citroën Total man holds a 3.3-second lead over Danny Sordo, but will now be well aware he has a tough fight on his hands to hold on to the rally lead. Riding on board with Sébastien here, we can get an idea how hard the Frenchman is having to push to stay ahead of Sordo.
Gauche en 30 à fond, corde qui ouvre, 250 mètres. Droite 150 à fond, Milon qui ouvre. Droite 150 à fond, Milon qui ouvre, on n'a pas de speed. Et sur gauche 150 mètres.
Well, let's switch to our WRC simulator and we can get an idea who's had the best run through the early sectors by placing them on the road at the same time, and it is Sordo who's the quickest of the top three. Solberg showing what could have been were it not for that puncture. But the leader losing a bit of time in here. Ogier down by 1.2 seconds at the 10.9 kilometre split time. Rejoining Sordo's distinctive sounding Mini now as he moves on to the tricky descent towards the finish. He'll be working the brakes really hard through here. It's looking like an impressive run through the flowing roads of the Grand Ballon for the Spaniard. The stage is cleared. Let's catch up with the Mini man at the stop control.
This stage quite really good. Was very nice. The end was difficult, but I think I do a good time. The car was working perfectly, so I am happy.
Danny sounding satisfied with his run, and his puncture aside, Sordo too has relished the fight on these incredible French roads. And they need one of the leading pair to hit problems if he's to move up now. But he's still pushing hard through this wide section. The tyres screeching through the corners. Petter is less than 3 seconds off the pace of Sordo.
It's a big push for everybody, and it's very easy to get the puncture. You know, it's small rocks someplace, and they are on the road. So, but I will keep a consistent pace and try to push. But I'm happy with the performance. But I was leading, and you know how it is.
That's two of the leading trio through our stage of the day. Further back, the rally leader is charging down the flowing downhill section in the final kilometre. Ogier has his work cut out to stay ahead here. Here come the yellow boards that mark the start of the flying finish. It's going to be close. No, amazingly, that's the third stage in a row the leader's changed hands. Sordo's back in front, and Ogier slips to second.
Sordo takes some time out of you and takes the lead back. It's swapping every stage.
Yeah, it's it's a big fight. Okay for us. The downhill was a bit difficult. There was a lot of gravel on the road because they cut, so it's a bit a disadvantage. But it's okay. Danny is driving very well, and we have to continue like this.
Are you concerned about the speed of the Mini?
Yeah, I think the Mini is good because it's impossible to do this time with a bad car.
Behind the leading trio, Meek is also showing the pace of the Mini in 4th place. Pace notes rapidly rattled off by Paul Nagel. Oh, but that's a mistake from Chris. Just caught out under braking at the hairpin. He's back on the road, but that delay is enough to see the Mini driver slip behind Latvala to 5th. Well, these are the standings then after stage 12. Danny Sordo is back out front, but only just. Solberg remains comfortable in 3rd, while Latvala has passed Meek to claim 4th place. There's a remote service next for the crews in the town of Colmar, so just 15 minutes and limited spare parts to make any setup changes.
Are you relishing this battle? It must be great for you to be backing up the front.
Yeah, it's really nice. I think now we're speaking with Carol. We come here to the service was really nice because it's really close for the spectator, for media, for everybody. It's nice for the driver. So honestly, if I am a little bit in front for a little bit more gap was better. But like that is, I don't know if Ogier we will win Peter or me, but at the moment was really nice for the three.
The weekend took the maximum risk for sure. It's not the same race for me that's for Danny. He played for one shot for a victory, and I play for a team, and it's for the moment important to score points for us, because now I'm the only chance for the team.
It is so close fight, and you know the Mini is very impressive. Me and Ogier, you know, all of us is swapping 10th and maybe in a second and stuff like that. And the good thing now, if they both got a puncture, it will be good fun again. Yeah.
Well, this dramatic Rally de France just keeps throwing up incidents, and with the fight at the front still incredibly tight, let's get straight back out to the afternoon loop. Joining our rally leader then. And incredibly fast in this descent. Well, Sébastien Ogier has rapidly discovered that that mini John Cooper works he's up against is the real deal. As he bears down on the finish line in stage 13, though, he could get back in front at the first time of asking. Yes, and Ogier taking a really wide line so he can carry as much speed as possible. We've seen this tactic from Ogier before, and remarkably, that's 4 stages in a row the lead has changed hands.
Now we took the lead, but for nothing, so it changed all the stages. So I will try to conserve it this afternoon.
It's great, isn't it? You get changed leading every stage. I mean, did you really think it would be like this?
No, of course not, but Danny is driving very well, and it's a big fight, so I think it's nice for the sport.
Well, Chris Meeks just lost 4th place to Jari-Matti Latvala, but he was looking forward to the second pass through these stages. Now he's had the chance to fine-tune his pace notes.
50, early trip.
Oh no, but his pace notes can't help him now. A heavy crash for Chris and Paul Nagel. Let's take another look. Just way too fast and off the edge of the road. Both men are shaken but unharmed, and that's another frustrating finish for Meek after a fine start. He is still a rookie at the sport's top level, remember, so while he's clearly frustrated, it is all part of the learning process for the British star. Meek's accident eases the pressure on Jari-Matti Latvala in 4th place. The Finn is still struggling to find the perfect rhythm, but even so, his times are impressive on the second afternoon, despite a frustrating 10-second penalty for jump-starting stage 13. Were it not for his day one off, Jari could have been right up there. With Meek out, of course, it could mean another couple of championship points for Mikko Hirvonen. Oh, but another close call for the 31-year-old. He's got to be careful here. Every point is crucial. A retirement now would be an absolute disaster. The third Ford on the leaderboard is being driven by Dennis Kuipers. The Dutchman's having another really strong run on asphalt. He's on course to score a career-best 6th place finish. Mini privateer Armindo Araujo is also having a terrific rally. The double PWRC champion suffered a puncture on the opening day, but he's responded well and is back up to 7th place following Meek's exit. Behind Araujo in 8th is Henning Solberg. The Norwegian has had a typically incident-filled rally, but he's still in the running and lies within 10 seconds of Araujo's Mini. Mads Osberg had been fighting his way back from a first-day puncture until a second flat on day 2. His latest fight back has already begun, though. The Norwegian is now in 9th. At the front, though, by the end of stage 15, Ogier has managed to pull away from Sordo slightly. Petter Solberg is still in 3rd, with Latvala and Hirvonen now 4th and 5th, following Meeks off. The second pass through the daunting Grand Ballon is next for the WRC crews. Stay with us for the rest of the Day 2 action. Welcome back to the crucial closing stages of Day 2 here at the Rally de France Alsace. Before we head into the action, let's catch up with a shaken but not stirred Chris Meek.
Completely my mistake, and yeah, I have to take it on the chin. You know, I'm probably my own worst enemy at times. I want to be here racing with these guys, but yeah, I have to accept I don't have the experience yet.
Checking up on the SWRC category now. Uit Tänak began the day with a dominant lead. And the Estonian sensation has been in complete control throughout these challenging stages. Tänak's championship rival Juho Hänninen had been in impressive form early on as he fought back from a first-day puncture, storming up from 4th to 2nd, only to go off the road on stage 12. And that could have a big impact on his championship hopes. Every Brynildsen was mindful that a season-best finish was on the cards and moved back into the runner-up spot following Hänninen's exit. Martin Prokop opted for soft tyres in the morning, which turned out to be a bad choice. The Czech responded well in the afternoon, though, and by the end of the day had closed right up on the man in second. Less than 10 seconds separated second and third places, but out front, the rally is now Tänak's to lose. In the WRC Academy, the final day of 2 began with championship hopeful Craig Breen leading the way, but heartbreakingly, an off on stage 10 broke a drive shaft, and that'll have a massive impact on his title race too. Alistair Fisher has also been in good form, winning a number of stages himself. The British star was involved in a final day battle for the runner-up spot with Jose Suarez. The Spaniard had pushed hard and fought through some gearbox issues, but ultimately would have to settle for a season-best 3rd place. Out front, though, was Suarez's compatriot Jare Lemesh. With Breen out of the running, Lemesh had a relatively straightforward run to his debut WRC Academy win. The winning margin over 42 seconds in the end, with Fisher also claiming a personal best of 2nd place ahead of Suarez. The fans in good voice as we head back to the thrilling fight at the sport's top level, and the leading trio still have another pass through the epic Grand Ballon stage to negotiate. As we've already seen, it's quite some stage, and after setting the best time through here earlier, Dani Sordo will hope for more of the same. He's been starting to slip adrift of the leader. A terrific view from above here as Dani snakes his way up the mountainside. Pace notes coming thick and fast from co-driver Carlos Del Barrio. It's looking like another committed run from the Spanish crew. First to challenge himself against Sordo's effort is Petter Solberg. The Norwegian is running out of kilometres to catch the leading pair. Realistically, he needs one of them to hit problems if he is to move up. All Petter can do now is focus on keeping the car on the road while maintaining a strong pace. We have seen quite some turn of speed from the rally leader Sébastien Ogier on this 2nd afternoon. He's pulled out a lead of almost 8 seconds on Dani Sordo and is looking to extend that further with another attacking run through the Grand Ballon.
Gauche 158 frein, pour droite 80 plus 1000 corde élargie.
It looks impressive from the Citroën star, but on this occasion he can't quite match Sordo, although he only drops 9/10 of a second.
150 mètres.
Ogier, though, makes amends in the Mulhouse street stage that finishes today. The leader pulling another 2.5 seconds away from Sordo, but the fight for the win is still very much on. Can Ogier hold up a man desperate for his and Mini's first win on the final day?
Sebastian, you've opened up a gap of 9.5 seconds, but is it enough?
I hope so. For sure it's not comfortable. Still 40 km to go. Still we have to stay concentrated. We know it very well from some experience, like in Argentina this season. We know that it's important to keep the concentration until the end, so we will try to do it and do the job tomorrow to conserve the lead.
9 seconds is not far, so he can make a mistake or he can have a lovely stage tomorrow morning and go 5 seconds faster.
It has been another relentless fight at the front, and anything could still happen on day 3. There is still the end of rally power stage to run as well, of course, so be sure you log on to WRC.com for all the latest results and reaction, and we'll be back tomorrow for the French finale.